What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing another deck edging video. Today we're going to be edging the Disney Villains Tarot deck in a lime green color. So here I have my tools out just for you guys to see. I have my very own alcohol inks that I make and sell on my website, which is always linked in the description. We have our flat brush here. We have our little empty palette here to put the ink. I have some glow-in-the-dark colorant powder. I got this on Amazon. I don't remember the shop, but this is the bag. So if you guys want to look it up by using the name, I guess. So we're gonna see how that looks. This glows in the dark too, which I'll show you in a little bit. And then of course, some jar or something to hold our water. So let me show you what this looks like glowing in the dark. I'm hoping to make the edge come out glow in the dark green as well. I'm trying to go for like a neon green color because I think it would look really good with the deck, since the deck itself, oh, that book just twirled in a weird way. Since the deck itself is purple. All right, let me turn off my lights here and turn on my black light to charge the powder just to see how it looks when it glows. This thing charges pretty fast too. I'm really wondering how it's gonna look when it's on the deck. Wow, look at that. So it's currently glowing in the dark. Here, let me turn this light off. Oh, you can even see it like with a little bit of daylight. You see how it's glowing? So I'm hoping to get this glow happening on the actual edge of the deck. Why I picked this specific powder is because it already has a neon green color to it, and then it glowing in the dark is just a plus, because like, why not, you know? All right, so now I'm in my living room. I have everything laid out to begin edging the Disney Villains Tarot deck, and I'm just going to start mixing everything up. Hopefully it turns out the way I think it's gonna turn out, so we'll see how this goes. So the deck is secured, nice and tight. So now we're going to start mixing up the inks with this neon glow-in-the-dark powder, mixing it with my very own inks, which I do sell on my website, always linked in the description as mentioned before. I'm gonna get to mixing, and then I'll do swatches just to make sure it's the right type of green that I'm looking for before I actually put it on the deck. I can't really turn it for you guys to see without it falling out. But the mix is done, so now I'm gonna do swatches. So that looks like a decent green to me. So the deck is finally edged, it's currently drying. And what I'm gonna do in a bit is spray it with this ultra matte Mod Podge to seal in the glow-in-the-dark colorant powder that we put on, because a lot of it was coming off while I was brushing on the color, so it's likely a thicker powder, because some fine powders tend to stick better than thicker powders, so let's see how that goes. And then right after spraying on the Mod Podge, I'm going to use my heat gun to dry it a bit faster. All right, so I took the deck off of the paper press or whatever those are called. So now I'm just gonna separate each and every card just to make sure that they didn't stick, because again, we did spray the edges with technically a glue-based sealant. And while I'm separating the cards, I'm just gonna check the corners to make sure none of the ink got on the fronts, and just like briefly wipe it off. All right, so I checked all of the cards. Some of them did have like some slight wet marks on the sides. Not all the sides, but like on some of the sides. So if you're gonna be edging your deck in a similar way, dry off the ink as best as you can with a heat gun, and then unstick or check each card to make sure that they're completely dry as well, because sometimes the ink can seep in between the cards. And if you're gonna be spraying it with like a sealer, since it's like a glue-based sealer, if it were to completely dry and still had liquid in between the cards, they would have stuck together, which would have damaged your cards if you were to wait hours for drying and then take them apart. So just make sure to go in between and wipe any excess ink or liquids that you see. So now I'm gonna go ahead and just let it dry a bit more in my room, and we'll go back in there and we'll see if it glows in the dark or glows under black light. All right, so we are back at my altar table to see how the deck looks. So this is what it looks like dry. Has a nice little shimmer to it. Looks really cool with the purple backs. Me likes. Now I'm gonna turn on the black light and hopefully charge the glow in the dark that's in here, and also to see if this coloring pops under black light. Cool, so we can pretty much, oh my god, look how much it's glowing against my hands. So we can pretty much confirm that this, if you have a black light, it is, here, maybe I can change my camera view. There you go. It is gonna glow under black light, so that looks really cool. Now I'm just gonna charge one of these sides mainly to see if it'll glow completely after I turn the black light off. So let me just charge this for a second and I'll be right back. All right, turning off the black light. Bam! So that's what it looks like. So you can kind of see where the glow-in-the-dark powder stayed. And this is just like having it under for, I don't know, 15 seconds, so it's not totally charged. What's still cool though is that it does definitely pop under black light regardless. So if you're one of those that like to use black light during your readings or UV light, then I do recommend using that powder in your mix for edging your decks. All right, well, overall, I am very happy with the results because I do love this green color against the purple backgrounds of the deck, and it also does pop under black light. It doesn't glow as bright as I thought it was going to, but that's cool because it still pops with the black light on regardless. Now as far as shuffling goes, since we did clean and unstick each of the cards, there's no issues with shuffling. It is already dry, so pretty nice to use. Let's do riffle because I know some of y'all are gonna ask. I'm not the best at riffle shuffling. Okay, that wasn't that bad. There was like a hair stuck on one of the cards. Ew. So yeah, it shuffles pretty good. Wasn't expecting it to have any issues. Again, as long as your ink is completely dry, it should be fine. But of course, remember to wipe the in-betweens. And these are my hands, in case any of y'all want to see. I can't see any of the glittery shimmer on my hands, even like looking at them without looking in the camera. So the shimmer that was on here, as you can see, stays on the deck. That looks so pretty. Isn't that pretty? I love that it goes with the purple. It just makes me think of Joker vibes. All right, I think I pretty much covered everything. If you guys have any questions, as usual, let me know in the comments down below. If you stuck to this part of the video, leave the apple emoji, just because I think when I did the flip through video on this deck, I was like, what emoji should we leave? And then I saw the apple there. So leave the apple emoji in the comments. I very much appreciate it. And don't forget to like the video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!